Hi guys, welcome to me. I'm here. I'm doing a live thingy here on a Friday evening. It's a beautiful night. I'm sitting here, and I've just spilled water across the whole table. That's just perfect start. I just came off a live stream thingy on over Twitch. But since no people looking at me on Twitch, then I decided that I'm gonna do it here. No. Twitch. I think Twitch is a great thing for like separating what I do here on YouTube and. Over Twitch, I try to do more games type of thing. But now I'm here, and I'm glad to be so. Yes. I'm joined here. As I said on my Twitter, this was my last day at work for a while. So hopefully now I will be able to focus more on video stuff and maybe more streaming. So maybe this Friday live whatever it's gonna be called could be a thing. Who knows? These days. But cool stuff. So yeah. As one of the gifts I got for leaving work, I got Finnish candy. Finnish candy. If you've seen before, I've done a video where I try Finnish candy before, and this kind of tastes like that one. But I guess this is more quality wise. Let's see if we can see it here. Anyway, it says vanhan vipurin lakritsi. It's awesome. So I'm gonna eat here while you say stuff. I'm echoing again. Thank you so much for saying that. It's my freaking setup that does that for some reason. I accidentally added the microphone twice. Thank you for mentioning it. Is the mic better now, or is it the same? Tell me, please. Not anymore. Great. Perfect. Thank you so much for saying that. That's a bit unprofessional of me. But anyways, if you didn't hear, I'm trying some Finnish candy today. Very bad lighting. Vahan vippurin lakritsi. Looks like this. These are really moist. These are way more moist than the previous ones that I've tried. And they're really good. So guys, how are you this Good Friday? Are you good? Because I'm good. Wow, that was a big chunk of licorice. Sorry. There's water. I'm drinking water out of a cup that says milk. I guess that's how you do it in Sweden town. Max, you ask if I speak Swedish. Ja, jag pratar svenska. Jag är från Sverige. Sorry, that was the worst Swedish I've ever spoken. It's hard to switch between Swedish and English. But yes, I'm from Sweden, and I speak Swedish. I'm from Stockholm. Oh, you're waiting for me to sing that Finnish song. Okay, are we gonna do that live? We're gonna do that live, I guess. I wonder if I should, like, I have a really broken guitar. Maybe I should bring that. 1 minute. Well, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, let's see what you. What was that Makkaralle ja Pernalle thing? Lauri Hiltonen asks. Good question. I ask myself that question every day. I don't know. I think I got the sentence Siinä haiset perunalle ja makkaralle. I think that sentence comes way back from when I played. Could it be Diablo 2 or something like that? I was playing it online, and then I think I asked somebody, could you give me a good sentence in Finnish? And somebody said that. I don't know if that person was Finnish or not, because people have been arguing whether that was correct Finnish or not. But I guess that sentence has stuck with me ever since, because it's just such a great sentence. Siinä haiset perunalle ja makkaralle. It essentially means like you smell of potatoes and sausages. And then I was like, I had the idea of making a music video just because it's fun, and I also wanted to try out. As you can see now, there's no background here, and that's because I set up like a green screen thingy behind, and then I thought it would be fun to I don't know, do some kind of dorky project. I don't know, but yeah. Uftud, you ask if it's hard to switch from Swedish to English. Good, I thought it was just me. Ha! It is. It's really hard to switch between languages, especially when you're talking. I realize that sometimes when I've spoken Swedish for a long time, it's really hard to get into English again. Yeah, it's hard to find the correct words. And when I've been at work for a long period of time and not doing any videos, it's hard to like get my vocabulary back again. But yeah. Perunalle, the Nordic guy, you say that Perunalle ja makkaralle is a masterpiece. Thank you for that. It's a really weird song. But thank you for the comment. Let's see if I can, like, can I not, I only see a part of the chat, but anyway. Elena, you say, imagine how it's a switch from any other foreign language than Swedish to Swedish. Well, yeah, I guess. Maybe not for Norwegian or any other languages that like Danish. Maybe they have easier time. Max, you say tack för att svara. You're welcome. You say that jag är från Tyskland men min far är svensk. You're from Germany but your father is Swedish. Jag är inte säker. You weren't sure if I was from Finland. Yeah, I've gotten that before. People ask why I do so much things that are Finnish related. There's no real answer to that other than the Finnish language is fun. I do a lot of Swedish things as well, and I plan to do more other languages as well. I really want to try more like Norwegian, Danish, stuff like that as well. And I also have a video that planned for trying out Polish, which is gonna be hilarious. Albie, you ask when it's going to start. I don't know what you refer to. What's going to start? Maybe the song, I guess, because I have my guitar here. But I'm gonna wait for a little bit before embarrassing myself. Haley Walker, you made my mom question me. I hope that she questioned you in a good way. Oof, dude, you ask if I wrote the song. Yes, I wrote the song. I wrote the song Siinä haiset perunalle ja makkaralle. Because, yeah. Alexander, you ask if the Swedish word of the week is coming back. I love this series. It's really fun to see that people actually enjoy those series, because I love doing those series. Those series aren't getting as much attention as the dorky, I don't know, the videos where I just dork around, but I really enjoy doing those videos, and I plan to do those more, especially now when I get more time to do it. Oh, sorry. Especially now when I will have some more free time. Lately I've been pretty busy with work and just life going on. There's been a lot of like waking up in the morning, going to work, coming home and having like about 2-3 hours to do stuff, and then going to sleep, and then like repeatedly do that all week long, and then on the weekends you pretty much sleep. And hopefully now when I get some more time off, I will be able to spend more time in doing what I love, and that is to make videos and have a lot of ideas, and that is of course doing the Swedish word of the week as well. JLM, you dare me to try to speak Portuguese. I know that's a really tough language to try. For me it's like Spanish, but no. It's like a really difficult version of Spanish. Appika vlogs, say something in Finnish. Moi! Tervetuloa. Tervetuloa Nackagubben. I don't know. I can't speak Finnish. I can't say words, and I can't say dumb sentences. Erika, you and the Swedish lad should have a fight to the death live on YouTube. That would be fun. I haven't seen Swedish lad that much on YouTube, to be honest. I know that he's doing some related stuff, I guess. But yeah, if he's interested, then that would be fun. Lauri, you say that you should play more Portal with that other guy. I think you're the first person to say that. Those videos, I did those videos a while back. I played Portal with, actually, it's my cousin. Those are really fun to do, especially the editing part, but those didn't get that much attention at all. I think one of the videos has like 40 views. So I just thought that people didn't like those. But if people like to see me play games, then I will do more of that as well. Oof, you gotta go. Bye. Have nice luck finding a car. Alright, let's see if I can... Oops. Sorry if I'm doing that. Let's see if I can sing... This is not planned at all. See if this guitar. I can't even remember the song. That's similar. Siinä haiset perunalle, perunalle ja makaralle. 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 That's pretty much the whole song, I guess. What the... I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry. Sim, you say that I should play more games. Cool. I will definitely look into that. If you're interested, I occasionally go on to Twitch. I have an account on Twitch as well. So if you haven't followed me there, you could do that. But that's entirely up to you. But I tend to isolate my gaming type of thing over to Twitch. But yes, I'll try to do some more gaming related stuff, I guess, to the channel as well. Appika, you say something in Finnish. Kasvain sanoi kasvain ja kasvoi vain niin kuin kasvain voi kasvaa vain. That's 2 words all over. I don't know what that means, but it's hard to say. Max, you ask if I can say something in German, which is, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read. Let's see what you say. You say fishes. Oh, I gotta get into German. I don't have to get into Germany. That's not what you want to do. Fish. Deutschland. Okay, Deutschland. Fischers fritze fischt frische Fische. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's obviously a German tongue twister. So I'm a Swede, and I can speak a little German, but it's horrible. Teddy, you ask if I like julmust / påskmust. I don't know if you guys know what Teddy is referring to, but I've talked about julmust at least in one of my videos where I talk about the Swedish Christmas. And julmust and påskmust, I would say it's the same thing, but people argue that those two are different. But it's actually a drink, which we have. The julmust we have on Christmas time, and then påskmust is something that we drink during Easter. Jul means Christmas, and påsk means Easter. Sorry, I forgot myself there. I like it, especially during Christmas time, because both julmust and påskmust reminds me of the Christmas, and I like Christmas. I'm gonna take off my glasses now because I look like a retard with my glasses on. The unfortunate thing is that I can't really see when I don't have my glasses on, so... But hey, what you gonna do? I don't know why I started this live stream, really, to be honest. But one of the things that I wanted to mention was that since I'm gonna get more time to do things, one of the things I want to do is obviously to live stream more. And I recently found that you can play Duolingo online, which is pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. So I thought that would be a fun thing to do. Hey, and one of the things that you could do is that you can learn a lot of different languages there, which is cool. And let's see if I can get this up. Sorry if it's black, but I'll try to do it the correct way. Tell me if my mic is echoing again, because that was horrible. Yay! Where's my cursor? Gonna close some tabs because tabs are for I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's pretty small. Is it because I should do like no? How? Damn it! Should I do it like no? Up. What? Yay! Sorry, this is live content, live editing. Oh, my cap is actually, it's green below, so it's green screening. That's the proper term for it. Yeah, that's as good as I can get it. Let's see. Now I can't see the chat though, which is pretty awful. So I should move the chat over here so I can see what you lovely guys are writing. And I'm gonna do like this because my cap is obviously green. And it's gonna be green screened. Elena, you ask, hur gammal är du? Om du inte sa det tidigare, glöm min fråga då. Elena asks how old I am. So to say that in Swedish you say, hur gammal är du? How old are you? I am 28. And I haven't said that before, so it's a good question. No question is too dumb to ask, so don't be afraid. Kubjin, hello! Hur mår du? I'm fine. Jag mår bra, like a Swede would say. I don't know, how do you wear caps like backwards? I don't know how to do it. I'm German level 1. That's awesome. I actually wanted to play a different language. I don't know how you do that. Settings, maybe? Oh, this is not where you're supposed to go. I guess it's my profile? No? Huh. This is how good I am at this website. I guess add a new course. Huh. It was that simple. So, can you do like a poll or something? That would be really fun. Can you do that? No, you can't. Or can you? Do anyone know if you could put up a poll? Because it would be really fun to know if you guys want me to try out a language. I guess you can't. Well, hey. Max, you say when you're supposed to translate that tongue twister you gave me in German, it's the Fischer Fritz fished fresh fish. That's actually a tongue twister in English as well. Let's go for Danish because, like, hey, everyone wants to learn Danish. Let's do a placement test to see how good I am in Danish. Because, yeah. You are a girl. How to say that in Danish? This is gonna be difficult. I haven't. I wouldn't say that I can speak Danish either, but I can. No, I can't type or speak in Danish. I guess it's kind of similar to Swedish. How do you speak Danish? Du är en pige. Pige. In Swedish, piga is like an old word for a girl who works at a farm. So it's kind of funny to say that. Oh, I suck. I forgot. Ah, damn it. It's similar to Swedish. I would have failed if that was Swedish, but hey. You are drinking milk. Du drick. I don't know how to spell drink in Danish, but drikke milk. I'm pretty sure it's spelled like this. This is one of the characters that we don't have in the Swedish language, but this is pretty similar to ä, which is this character. Yay, I'm correct. Justin, you say that you've recently finished the Swedish branch of Duolingo. The whole branch? That's pretty impressive. Like, I think I tried the Swedish branch, but it's so many steps to go through. It's pretty cool. Good job. Okay, so we're supposed to translate this text. Han spiser et æble. That means he is eating an apple. Æble? Yeah, I'm correct. Hello and goodbye. I don't know how to in Swedish this would be hej och hejdå. But in Danish, hej och farvel, I guess. Yeah, but I misspelled that. It should be a J, like in Swedish. God aften, farvel. That's good evening. Goodbye. Really, really weird sentence to say. I wouldn't say that. By the way, if you guys have any questions or anything, I'm up for answering them. Because, you know, it's live. And if I want to do like Duolingo for myself, I would do like a proper video. What do you like about my like invisible cap? Can you see my hand through it? No, you can't. Okay. All right. Han har ett äpple. This in Swedish would be han har ett äpple. So it's pretty similar, but it's more. I don't want to bash Danish for being hard to like, but in general, I would say as a Swede, you don't pronounce it as it's written. It's almost like French, I would say. Han har ett äpple. He has an apple. Yay! Andreas Jansson. Danska är svårt. Misslyckades med alla lektioner när man gick i skolan. Oh, so you had Danish in school? What type of school did you go to? Or did you choose to learn Danish by yourself? Because in Sweden you get to you learn Swedish, obviously, and then I think in first or second or third grade you get to learn English, and then after a while you get to learn Spanish, German, French, but Danish. I've never heard any Swede have gone to like learn Danish. Lauri, you have a question. If you could clone yourself, would you? That's a really good question. Would I clone myself? There's actually the fact is actually I was supposed to be a twin, but my twin brother died before birth. I don't know if I ate him. No, I didn't. But so I'm actually supposed to be a twin, but I'm not. So it would be really interesting to have a twin. I guess my life would look a bit different to what it is right now. But yeah, that would be really interesting. Andreas, you were forced to learn Danish in school. Forced? Where do you live? I've never heard anyone in Sweden forced to learn Danish. Okay. Han spiser en kage. He is eating a cookie. A K? I don't know. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. What did I do that wrong? A cake? Okay, all right. Damn it. So cake and cookie are obviously not the same thing. Paula, you used my channel as material for Swedish essay. Hope you don't mind. I got a good grade. Well, that's awesome to hear. I don't mind at all. That's actually pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure you didn't get the good grade because of me. You got the good grade because you're good. I'm not a very good teacher. I just find languages interesting. But it's really cool that I hopefully helped you. I don't know. Max, you say that a lot of schools teaches Danish in Skåne, down south. Well, that could be actually correct, I guess. I've spent a lot of time down in Skåne, but I never went to school in Skåne, so I can't speak for all the people down there. A menu. En menu. Oh, they actually spell it like the English version. That's pretty cool. Hun siger god morgen. She says good morning. Yeah. Eliana, you ask how old I am. You re-ask it. I'm 28 years old. Some people, I don't know what people would, well, you have guessed my age. If I'm losing my English right now, I don't know, but people tend to guess that I'm younger, or they used to do. They used to guess that I was younger, but yesterday I was actually told that a guy thought that I was older, which is a first for me, because I don't have that much facial hair. The ones the little that I got and that you can see in some of my videos, like the thing below my shin, that's pretty much all I can get. And sometimes I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna grow the beard that I can get, and it's all down here, which is kind of embarrassing. Little Lilia, my favorite song is Sine Aiset Paronalle ja Makkaralle. That's great here. It's a very weird song, but sometimes you gotta write songs in Finnish. Like, that's one of the rules here in life. Okay, I'm gonna continue here. Du læser en avis. You are reading a newspaper. I don't know if that's one word or two. It was actually one word. That's cool. Du er en dreng. You are a boy. Dreng in Swedish is dräng. Dräng means it's the Swedish word dräng is a guy back in the old days. That was the guy who worked at a farm. I don't know the English word for that. That would be interesting to see. I'm gonna translate it pretty quickly. Laborer, farm worker. Yeah, farm worker. So the Danish has preserved those words. So pige and dräng is the people working at a farm in Swedish. So here you would say, in Swedish, you would say du är en pojke. And pojke, as I've said in one of my videos, is a loan word from Finnish. Poika. Elena, you say that I look younger. Thank you for that, hopefully. And in a few years' time, I'll probably grow a beard or something, if I'm able to. I won't be able to, because my beard is like blonde. And I have a mustache, but it is there. And the same thing with my eyebrows. Many of you have pointed out, my eyebrows are non-existing, but they are there. But they're just blonde. Hey, can't do anything about that. Oh, I'm focused. Little Lilia, try to say in Finnish. I gotta. Vesihisi. That's a tongue twister, I'm sure. I don't know what it means though. Something about snakes, maybe? Hissing? Alright, next sentence. Kvinderne spiser ris. The women, should I say, are eating? This is also a problem, like you have to translate it over to English and then you have to be correct in English. Are eating rice. Yes. De har en løve. Oh, I don't know the word løve. They have something. They have a löv. Löv in Swedish is leaf. But I don't think that's the same thing in Danish. Löv. They have a Oh, thank you. Lion. They have a lion. Is Löv? Is that a lion? I didn't know that. Thank you so much for that, Scorpio Storm. Kian. Hej Nackagubben. Hur mår du idag? Remember me? Hi. Jag mår bra. I'm fine today actually. It's Friday and I'm here with you guys. Couldn't be much more better than that. Sammy Lorraine. Hi. So fun to see you here. If you haven't watched Sammy Lorraine, she's in the chat right now. She's would you say that you're a vlogger? I would say you're a vlogger, but she has a YouTube channel as well. We've been speaking for a while, so check her out if you like vlogs from the US. I don't know if that was the right way to promote your channel, but hopefully I didn't trash that. Elena, om du saknar ord på engelska just nu, skulle du inte fortsätta den här livestreamingen på svenska? Hihihi. Det är därför vi är här faktiskt. Lära oss svenska med din hjälp. Well, that's a good point. But if I were to do the whole stream in Swedish, I guess nobody would understand. Well, I guess there are some people who know Swedish in the chat right now, but I guess it would be kind of, I don't know. I can say some words in Swedish and then maybe translate them over to your. I can't speak English today. All right, but I can speak Danish. She speaks English. Hun. Is it taler? Nej. Siger? No. Tal. Engelska. I'm just gonna write it like in Swedish. Oh, that was pretty close, but it's hun taler engelsk. So it kind of helps if you're Swedish when you're learning Danish or Norwegian, because it's pretty similar. Han är välkommen. He is welcome. Is that an English sentence? He is welcome. I guess. Sounds very weird. He eats an egg. Han spiser. The guitar is making a really weird noise when I'm speaking. I'm gonna remove it for a while. I guess my voice is too good. It's not too good, but it's it's clinging on to some vibrations in the guitar. Okay, so han spiser et egg. I don't know. Oh, that was the It's the same as in Swedish. I should have known that. In man. What kind of sentences are these? Oh, you're supposed to add a D. A man and a man. Alright. You eat bread. Du spiser brød. That's how you pronounce it. That's 100% Danish. Du spiser brød. Brød. You have to work your tongue. No, it's not 100% Danish. I'm just kidding around. Kian, didn't pronounce my name right. Just kidding, man. Could you possibly make some more videos on Swedish words? Because, you know, because I know you don't want me, you want to make it full. Yes, that's a good point, Kian. One of the things that I'm planning to do further on the line, hopefully pretty soon, is to do some kind of I don't know, learning Swedish session and go through the basics of Swedish. I think it would be fun, and also it would be interesting for me to see if I'm able to teach something. But yes, definitely that, and also more Oh, sorry. Swedish word of the week. Swedish nationalist. Tjenare. Tjenare. You also live in Nacka. Wow, cool. Maybe you're a Nackagubben too. Cool. Kian, jag älskar din videos. I don't know if that's right. If you want to say that you love somebody's videos, you would say jag älskar dina videos. Videos, it's a pretty Swinglish word. We don't have a word for videos. So I would say jag älskar dina videos. So there's an A at the end there. Evelina, I thought I spoke decent Swedish. I'm Finnish, but when I worked abroad for a while and met some Swedish tourists, we had a complete language barrier because of the dialect. Oops. Yeah, I could imagine. But it is difficult maybe to speak Swedish, but for me at least, as long as you get the words that you intend to say out, I guess most of us can understand what you're saying. So if you get the key points, and then whether the grammar is correct or not, it's not like at least it's like that for me. I wouldn't try to correct you if you're like making incorrect grammar. The Nordic guy, try this. Oh, it's Estonian. I've never tried Estonian. I know Estonian and Finnish are pretty similar. Esimesi, esimehe, esimene, esinemine. Oh, damn it with your tongue twisters all the time. Swedish nationalist filmklipp betyder videos. That is a decent point actually. But in Swedish, to say filmklipp makes you sound like you are from the 60s. Jag älskar dina filmklipp. Sounds like an old man trying to speak. Well, I am an old man, like Nackagubben, but... Christina, how did you start making Finnish-related videos? I think the idea came from... I don't know where the idea came from, but I went on Reddit. I think the first video was when I went on Reddit and asked the Finnish Reddit for good Finnish sentences to say. And that video kind of... the whole channel exploded after that video, I guess. And so... I realized that the Finnish people really like when Swedes try to speak their language. Max, you ask if you can't say video. You can say video, but it's not like... If you were to write or type Swedish formally, you wouldn't say video, because it's more a way to speak, I guess. Little Lilja, jag vill komma till Sverige. You want to come to Sweden? I've never been there. Well, you're welcome. Everybody's welcome to Sweden. I would recommend going to Sweden, like right now. Not that I'm saying that you should go to Sweden right now, but this period of time, like from maybe May to like September, because the weather is awesome. Well, it's not awesome, but it's better than winter. And I'm not a winter fan. So, but if you like winter and snow, then like the rest of the year is perfect as well. And it also depends on where you're going as well. If you're going up north of Sweden at this point, you're gonna realize that the sun doesn't go down, which is pretty cool. I've been up north to a place called Piteå during like this period of time a couple of years back, and we were out on like 1 a.m. and the sun was still up in the sky, which was pretty awesome to see. Erren kierren orren ymperist essen pisten taskun. I don't know what that means. The worst part here is that you can type really bad words or swear words and I wouldn't know. Kian, you ask if the North is easier to speak because I struggle with pronouncing those hu words and so on. My English tongue doesn't like it. Well, I don't know if it's easier. Like, the northern accents, or no, it's dialects, the northern dialects in Sweden. I don't know if those are easier. It's hard for me as a Swede to say. But shu, up north you pronounce it shu somewhere, some places, and I guess that's easier. But that's like one word or one, what do you say, one sound to say. And if you don't pronounce it correctly, I wouldn't judge you, because you hear a lot of people who've been here for quite a while and still can't pronounce the word hu, but they still make sense. So unless you want to properly blend in, then I don't know. I guess it makes sense to learn that, because there are other versions of we have a lot of those type of sounds that I guess you have to practice to get into. All right, back to the Danish. You are welcome. Du er velkommen. Yes. It's going to be interesting to see where they place me, because I've done a couple of really bad errors on this. Jeg læser det. I am reading that. I'm reading that. It could be this as well. No, I was correct. Okay, good. He speaks English. Han taler engelsk. Han taler engelsk. Yes. Jeg er ikke velkommen. I am not welcome. Oops. Swedish keyboard. Vi læser menuen. We are reading. Oh, reading the menu. Han siger godmorgen. He is saying good morning. I guess this is the last sentence. Bye bye. Hey, du. Is that? This is how you would say it in Swedish. But they're probably gonna say that this is incorrect. Hey, du. Hey, hey. Is that how you say it in Danish? Hey, hey. It's very common in Swedish to say some like greeting phrases or thank you, and you tend to repeat things twice. Like if I were to greet you in Swedish, it's very common to say hey hey, and if I say thank you, it's tack tack. it's I don't know why you say that, but it's interesting. Dia, you ask if they have a certain dialect in Umeå. Yes, they have a dialect in Umeå. I can't mimic it, but because I have a really hard time framing where in the north people come from, so I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between Umeå and maybe Skellefteå, which is a city close by. But yes, they have a certain dialect. So I could. This is not. I'm not gonna do the Umeå dialect because I'm gonna fail. But if I were to do the northern dialect compared to my dialect, it would be, if I were to say the sentence, my name is, no, a better sentence. How are you today? Then I would say, in my dialect, I would say, hur mår du idag? Sorry, it would be more like hur mår du idag? Then northern dialect would be more hur mår du idag? Hur mår du idag? Hur mår du idag? Hur mår du idag? The funny part about the northern dialects are that they tend to cut out the end of the words, like the last vocals. Vocals. It's not. I'm doing Swinglish right now. Sorry. The vowels. The last vowels. So if you say a word like stolproten, like really weird word to say. Stolproten means like the end of the pole. So I would say stolproten, and they would say stolproten. Stolproten. So they don't even pronounce the last E. I say stolproten, and they say stolproten. Stolproten. So that's pretty interesting in that sense. But then again, I'm not a master of the northern dialect, so I wouldn't claim to be anything. What? Elena, nay, back to the Danish. Don't like that. You don't like Danish? I'm sorry. You can't see a thing on my desktop. Is it because it's so big? Yeah. I recently bought a new what was it called? Monitor. Sorry. And it's incredibly huge. So it's like looking at I don't know, something. A big screen. I'm lost for words right now. I don't know. Alexandra, sju is really difficult, and the word nurse in Swedish is almost impossible. Yeah, it is actually, because the word nurse in Swedish is sjuksköterska, and it's including the word the letters S, J, U in there. So, and you have a tongue twister if you really wanna excel at Swedish. You gotta learn how to say sju sjösjuka sjömän sköttes av sju. I can't remember that one even. How do you? I'm gonna look it up. Sju. Okay, here it goes. Sju sjösjuka sjömän sköttes av sju undersköna sjuksköterskor på skeppet Shanghai. So if you're able to say that, then you're a master. But it basically means 7 seasick seamen was taken care of by 7 wonderful nurses on the ship that was called Shanghai. That was pretty awesome and a very weird sentence to say, I guess. Elena, you got angry, so very un-Swedish. It's very un-Swedish of you to get angry. No, it isn't. It's what we Swedes we tend to get angry as well, but our anger is pretty well concealed. If a Swede gets mad at you, then he or she will not tell you that. They will think that, but they will still be kind of polite to you still, which kind of could potentially lead you into troubles, because you can keep annoying a Swede not knowing that you're doing that. But yeah, it actually happened a few weeks back when I was filming with a Russian family, and they didn't upset me, but they upset one of the people that was working with the camera crew, and I could tell that she was angry at them, but they couldn't tell because she didn't say that she was angry. She didn't reveal in any way that she was angry, but I could tell that she was angry. But she was, in her words, she was really, she was very friendly in a way. But I could sense in the way that she spoke and the way that she was looking. I don't know. It's very hard to tell, but it's subtle. Alexandra, okay, that was great. I'm wondering if I'm a foreigner, can you really master that sound, the sound? I think you can actually. I've seen a lot of people who think it's weird. The few letters that we have, the O, A, and Ö, are really hard to pronounce as well. But I think it's all about finding the right way of pronouncing it. That didn't make any sense. But I think all Swedish words can be pronounced correctly if you get your mindset into it, because it's, I don't know, especially with the weird characters that we have, the only characters that you don't have in the English alphabet, those could be translated into English versions of it. And I guess it's almost the same thing with that sound. I guess all people, like I've been able to I'm able to say it, so I guess other people could be able to say that. I guess it all comes down to practice. And I think the most important thing about when you're practicing another language, or anything for that matter, is that you shouldn't be afraid to get things wrong. And it's like that with me when I attempt other languages, especially when I meet people who speak a different language, who come from like Finland or maybe Poland or wherever. For me, it's more important to try the language rather than being perfect when I speak it. And so I guess that's one of the key factors of learning a language as well. And then also, like, properly meeting a person from that country and actually trying to speak that language. Because sitting and learning a language over like a page like Duolingo, sure, it works and you get the basics down, which is good to have. But in the end, I think you will learn the most if you are actually able to speak to someone who speak that language. I know that if I were to move to a country who didn't speak English that well, I would I'm not bragging right now, but I think that I would be pretty fast to get into that language, because I have the interest, and I'm not afraid of making a fool of myself, obviously. Let's see what he's writing. Little Lilia, your what? That's a long Finnish word. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm sorry, but it's like kurramar. It's blah, 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 blah. You Finns have a lot of really long words. It's funny, but it's damn difficult. Kianli, you're saying that your phone is in Swedish. I know it's weird, but it helps me learn. That's a pretty good that's actually pretty good advice, actually, to change your, if you're into learning a language, to change your, it doesn't have to be the phone, I guess, but changing your, I don't know, the settings on stuff to be in that language. For me, I tend to have, my computer is in English, my phone's in English, and I tend to play most of the games in English, mostly because for a Swede, it sounds really funny, and you can't take it seriously when a game is in Swedish, or if a movie is dubbed. So I guess in that way we get exposed to the English language a lot more. Jackalope YouTube, hejsan igen, det var tid sedan om du kommer ihåg mig. Jag kommer ihåg dig, I remember you. Anton, you ask if har du badat något i sommar? That means, have you... I need to translate this in my head. If I've bathed. No, if I've swam in the... Help me. Damn it. The essence, if I've been in the water, anything this summer. I've actually not done that because the water's been too cold, and I haven't had the chance to go anywhere where it's warmer. But I will definitely go and swim somewhere, hopefully in a lake or something. We have a couple of really great lakes nearby, so maybe that. So pretty funny. Little Lily say the water is so warm. I don't know where you live, but it would be funny to know. One of the things that bugs me right now, as of this moment, is that the rest of the Europe, that's exactly how you say it, the Europe. No, it's not. But the rest of Europe has awesome weather. I don't know if the people out in Europe think that it's awesome because it's super hot, but up here in the north, it's freaking rubbish. It's been like cloudy and rainy and it's freaking June, or it's almost July right now. It should be sunny. Damn it. Sora, as a fan of languages, do you know the app Tandem? It allows you to talk to people that are mother tongue in your target language. I think I've heard of an app like that. That's a pretty cool idea, actually. No, I haven't. I can't say that I've heard of that app in particular, but that's a pretty cool way to learn a language, to try to speak to someone who speaks a language that you want to learn. Little Lilia, you ask if I have any siblings, and when did I start YouTube? I have one sibling, a sister, which who is 1 year younger than me, and I started YouTube in the end of 2014. Back then, it was a vlog type of thingy. Obviously, as you can see, I don't do that anymore as much. Oh, damn it, my English is bad today. But basically, I started vlogging because I thought it would be a fun thing to have to like look back on and remember how things were. But then I realized that I'm crap at vlogging because nothing funny happens in my life. And so I started doing other stuff like languages and really random stuff like singing in Finnish for some reason. Kian, you say that you're I am literally one of your favorite YouTubers. Thank you for that. I'm speechless. It's really yeah. Thank you. Hopefully I'm not embarrassing you right now by saying this. Have you seen the English weather? No, I haven't, but I can imagine that the English weather is rubbish. Don't take any offense when I say that, but the British Isles are notorious for having a bad weather. I experienced that when I went to Ireland. The great... I can't speak Irish. Ireland was such a cool country, and the landscape was so awesome. But the whole week I stayed there, it was a cloud, a big freaking cloud all over the whole island. And I guess that's the Irish weather in general, but it was kind of funny. But if you are going somewhere, I would recommend going to Ireland. Actually, it's a pretty cool place to go to. I actually went to Dublin, and then we took the train out to Galway, which was super awesome. They have the Cliffs of Moher over there. I think those are featured in Harry Potter. Could be. Elena, you say that you were thinking about moving abroad to meet people that speak the language that you're interested in learning. Well, that's one way to do it, I guess. I guess also if moving abroad is also a way to get to meet other cultures as well, not only for language purposes. And I think that's really important. You get to learn a lot of stuff. I've learned a lot of stuff when I've traveled to other countries, especially the countries that are outside of Europe, and you get to see how people live and think, which is pretty awesome. And you realize that Sweden is not the center of the earth. Why would it be? But I don't know. What's my favorite food and celebrity? My favorite food right now, I'm craving a pizza. I'm saying that every day, but I haven't had a pizza for such a long time. Well, I did do pizza myself the other day, but it's not the same thing. I want a really fat pizza right now. My favorite celebrity would be... I don't have a favorite celebrity. Maybe Joakim Berg, the singer in Kent, a Swedish band. I like him because he's very... I like his integrity. He doesn't appear in media that much, and he writes awesome songs. That's enough for me. I don't need the gossip. I just... good people. Good people. Doing good. Do you only answer English comments? Well, okay. Gonna start writing in English then. Did I miss your comment? Sorry. I tend to read all types of comments that I can understand. But I don't have my glasses on, so I'm missing a lot of things. Gonna put my glasses on. How many languages can you speak? Erik Salman, you asked that. I can speak Swedish. You couldn't guess that well. I can speak English. Whoa. I can... Now, I can't claim that I can speak German and Spanish, but I can make myself understood, I guess. If I were to go to Germany, I would be able to get around. The same thing in Spain. But yeah, those were the languages. Hello and greetings from Småland. This is not how you speak in Småland, but hello. Hello. It's fun to see that you're there. I don't know. Småland is a big place, but how do you actually speak in Småland? Småland, to me, the Småland dialect is "Jag töjer inte mig. Jag kommer nej." I easily turn into Skåne for some reason. "Jag töjer inte mer, Karl-Oskar." What's with the donation thing? Elena asks. Well, I recently added that to the chat, but as I stated in the info of the stream, is that donate only if you really like what I'm doing and would like to give your support. Don't do it otherwise, because like I don't want to be the type of YouTubers like, oh, press the like button, donate, and do all that stuff. Because I'm not that person. And but I added the donation button just because I guess the biggest dream I have is to be able to do this full time and to be able to put more time and effort into doing this, because I have so many ideas and I get so many good ideas from you guys. And since you have to have money to get food, it would be a cool thing to be able to live out of this, but live off this. But as the situation is right now, that's not possible. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to dwell too much into that. But it's there. The bottom of my cap is tripping me out. Yes, because I guess the green screen is doing it. Can you see my hand through it? No. Why would you? It's like I'm. Oh, damn it. Yeah, but the reason is it's green and I have a green screen behind me, so logic. Game Force, you ask, have you been in southern Sweden, Skåne? It's beautiful down here. Beautiful weather. Skåne is actually my second home, I would say. Been to Skåne I would say almost every vacation I've had almost my whole entire life. My parents have a summer house in Österlen, so I've been there a lot, and I love Skåne. The weather, as you say, is better. At least it's better than up here in Stockholm. But yeah, one of the things that I love about Skåne, especially Österlen, is that it's a lot of like acres, fields, and farms, and I love getting away from the city. And it's so quiet at nighttime. Here you can, when you go to sleep, you hear cars going outside, and you hear people speak in the apartment above. I guess they can hear me speak right now. But you know, it's great to get away sometimes. Hey son, Billy does. I'm sorry if you're asking a lot of questions. I'm trying to go through the comments one by one. Billy does. Hey son, how is it to live with a Swede? My boyfriend is Swedish and we kind of plan to move in together, but I'm afraid that he is going to be obsessed with his PC and games all the time. I don't know if that's a particular Swedish thing to be. I guess the best person to ask that would be my girlfriend. And if you were to ask her, I guess she would say that I'm pretty obsessed with my computer as well. But that's because I'm doing a lot of like video editing and stuff, and that takes a lot of time. But how is it to live with a Swede? That's a good question. It depends on who you meet or who your boyfriend is. But most of us are pretty quiet, I guess. I don't know. We like equality. Most of us like gender equality, but I can't speak for all Swedes. I know there's a lot of really douchey Swedes as well. Have you ever tried Spedikåga in Skåne? I guess yes. I've tried spettekaka. Spettekaka is a I wouldn't say a delicacy, but it's like a dessert down in Skåne. It's kind of good. It smells like fish, but it's not fish. It's anything but fish. But it tastes really sweet. It's almost, yeah, it's pretty good. It's like a big cake of stuff. I don't know why it smells fish. Maybe it's just me. Sakita, you're from Hultsfred. Haha, yes, we have a lot of accents in Småland. You do, because it's a big place. Kian, I might try to donate for my birthday, but that and Christmas is the only time I really get money. I don't have a job, so if I get to donate, but like, don't donate if you don't have money. Like, don't waste your money on a weird guy like me. But it's very sweet of you to think that, or thinking about doing that. But save your money for doing good stuff. I really like. I've had an idea. I've had an idea for a long time to do like a stream, a longer period of stream, where we gather money for like a charity type of thingy, because that would make me feel a lot better than trying to make people donate to me, but also to donate to a good cause as well. But I guess that would require a bit more people. I don't know, but that would be really interesting to see how much money we could raise for a charity. I know a lot of really good charities that I would like to help, but we'll see if I can do that somewhere in the future as well. Little Lilia, you ask, can you make a video about reacting to Finnish YouTubers? It would be really fun. That's a good idea. I will actually, I will put a note to do that, because that would be funny. I've never looked at any Finnish YouTubers, obviously, because I can't understand what they're saying, but it would be interesting. I haven't watched that many Swedish YouTubers either, which is kind of weird, but I guess that's because I don't know, it's weird to look at Swedish YouTubers. I don't know. Elena, you ask what's Elena, you say that you don't necessarily like what I'm doing, but you like me. Should I donate them? Well, that's up to you, I guess. If you don't like what I'm doing, I'm sorry. What's my favorite Swedish movie of all time? Swedish movie. I have a really hard time watching Swedish movies. I don't know why, because I don't know. I can't say that I have any Swedish movie on top of my mind that I like that much. Probably can get to it later on, but not at the moment. Gameforce, Österlen. Det är fint där. Sorry, I was trying to do the Skåne dialect. You have to get into the Skåne. Det är fint där. Tänk på att titta förbi Kristianstad. I've been to Kristianstad a bunch of times. It's a great city. It's a weird city because you don't pronounce it as it's spelled. It's spelled Kristianstad, but you pronounce it Kristianstad. So, but it's a great city. I'm beginning to sound like Donald Trump. It's a great city. Love him. Little Lilia, I'm 12, so I can't donate any money. I would if I could. Well, that's good. You shouldn't donate your parents' money, because I guess they will be mad at you. Jackalope, I'm a Finnish YouTuber. Wow, then maybe I should check you out. That sounded really weird. Let's see. Kian, you say, I really appreciate your channel and your videos. So I think going to you will make it a good cause. Then you can carry on making the videos and entertaining us. Yeah, hopefully. One of the dreams is to, as I said, to do this full time and to entertain people. But I think still one of the main reasons that I'm doing this is because I think it's fun to do it. And as long as I think it's fun, I will continue doing it. Like, I know a lot of YouTubers who do stuff because they want to make money or maybe become famous and stuff like that. Sure, you want to get views and want people to view to see your videos. I would be a hypocrite if I said that I wouldn't want that. But in the end, it boils down to what I think is fun to do. And right now, it's making videos. I love editing videos. I love coming up with weird ideas, like a Finnish music video. But yeah. That accent though, du får öva lite på din skånska. Det var en blandning mellan småländska och stureplaneska. That was a new word for me. I've never heard that one. But I guess you mean the dialect or the accent that they speak in the posh part of Stockholm. Yes. Yeah, it was a bit of småländska there. Maybe it was because I tried to imitate this. I know I can do the Skåne dialect much better than I did. Let's see if I can try it again. You have to go. Kommer ner till Skåne. Men i Skåne då pratar man lite roligt så här. Men det svåraste är ju att få till de där R:en. Det är det som är svårast för oss som är stockholmare, att göra det. Men det är ju inte så svårt att prata när man väl kommer in i det språket. Men nu blev det småländska igen. Sorry about that. Trying to speak the Skåne dialect. I'm failing horribly. Little Lilia, can a 12-year-old donate? I don't know. I actually don't know. I guess the best would be if you donate your own money and not somebody else's money. Tolenification, that was an interesting name. Do you fear not having total control over your content? Some YouTubers might get caught up by some subject that is highly validated by their audiences and can't find a way out of it. Love from Brazil. That is a really good question, and I'm not afraid of not having total control, but I see what you're meaning. That in some sense I've been fearing that lately with like the content that I really enjoy doing isn't getting as much attention as when I'm doing goofy videos. But I'm constantly trying to convince myself that eventually people will find it interesting, and in the end it was more fun to do what I enjoy doing. So hopefully I don't come out as the type of YouTuber that do things for the views. I guess it could seem that way when I do like Finnish videos because those generate views, but it also has to. I do those videos because it's fun. I like trying out the Finnish language. It's a really different language compared to Swedish, and I don't know. I guess it's a mix. Like if you get good response from the audience, you tend to like it as well. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm lying to myself or anything, but I'm trying to be honest with myself and also you guys, because I think that's was gonna make the best videos. I don't know, I'm just rambling on, but I'm just trying to get to a point. Sara G. This might be personal, but I'm curious. What are the things that you value in life? The things that make you happy and you find important? That is not, to me, that's not a very personal question. That's a good question. I like that question. And I think those are the questions that you should think about often. Oh, I'm exposing my shoulder right now. But yes, what are the things that I value most in life? Sometimes I realize, sometimes it's hard to describe, but at times when I think that I want to do something, like I want to produce a song, or I want to do, I don't know, play soccer or whatever it could be. I quickly realized that one of the things that I value most in life is the relationship I have with my girlfriend, and also to my family. And you quickly realize that like, it doesn't matter if I have the latest monitor, which I just got, or that you have the best job, because in the end it all boils down to that you should have the best day ever, and you should be around people that you enjoy. Then that's also a tricky thing, because I don't know if you've ever noticed that. Of course you haven't, or maybe you have, but I'm a person who's leaning a bit towards the introvert side spectrum, and that's a thing that makes me having to be alone for a while at times. If I'm in a large group of people for a longer time, or in maybe several days in a row, that's really tiring for me. And so I really have to, sometimes I have to have a day off from people, all people, and then like just shut myself inside of a room and just stare at a wall for a while. But I don't know, how did I get into this? Good question. You made me think. Billy does. Tjena again. So I'm Turkish, and I thought that I could teach you some little sentence, which is kind of hard for my boyfriend to say. Well, I can immediately say that this is hard or difficult. Tani stigmisa memnun oldum. It means nice to meet you. Well, I'm pretty much, I'm pretty sure that I butchered your language, but it's a cool language. Turkish is a cool language because it sometimes sounds like Swedish. And I know there's a whole list of Turkish words that's also present in the Swedish language. Little Lilia, have you ever tried to ride a horse? I have. I've ridden a horse a couple of occasions. I've ridden a horse in the Canary Islands. I actually also rode Icelandic horse here in Sweden twice, I think, and that was really fun, especially when they do their special thing when you ride the horse and you barely feel that you're riding the horse because it's like so smooth. That's perfect. Kian Lee, you gotta go for a bit. I'll be back if you're still streaming. Thanks for answering my questions. VCS. Cool having you here, Kian. And hopefully we will meet again, because hopefully I will be streaming more in the future as well. I'm not closing the what. The stream's gonna be up for a while more. I love when my Swedish or My English is getting off hand. I guess it's late. It's not late. It's 10 to 12. Well, that's late. It's 10 to 12 here in Sweden. But it's not like that late. Well, having a conversation with myself. These last couple of days I've been going to bed at like 9, so it's late for me. It's Anna, by the way. You did not mumble. It was an honest answer. I hope it was an honest answer. It's hard to answer. And it's a good thing to think about all the time. Like, what do you want to do in life and what makes you happy? You should always think about that. Yes. Kian Lee, how long are you streaming for? I don't know, actually. I started to stream without a purpose. Or I don't know, it's not without the purpose, but I didn't have any plans. So, mostly, I don't know, for a while. Who knows? It could be going down tomorrow. It could be going down right now. Who knows? It's one of the life's great mysteries. Jackalope, you say it's 10 to 1 a.m. in Finland. Yes, because you're 1 hour ahead of us. And that's pretty late. Soraji, I'm happy that I made you think. I agree with you. Sometimes I feel I cannot be myself with a lot of people around, so I need to take a moment to just think. Well, I can kind of relate to that. For me, it's not that I can't be myself around a lot of people. It's more that it drains my energy to the point that I'm no fun to be around. I will eventually be just answering you with short answers and stuff. I don't know if this counts as that because I'm speaking to a computer screen, and that's pretty different from being in a group of people. Valtteri Lahti, hi, moi. I guess you speak Finnish. That was a bad assumption. Sorry. Emi, hi. I discovered your channel today, and you're a pretty cool guy. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, you too. That's a pretty sweet thing to say. Hi. Elena, then answer our questions. Snälla. I'm trying to answer all the questions I get. It's so fun to do this. I love you guys. Having a blast. Oh, the worst part about this is the further on the stream is going, the weirder I'm gonna become. Like, I don't know. It's almost like when I'm recording videos. I know you don't get to see all the parts that I cut out, but I tend to get really weird with myself sometimes. And I guess you're seeing that right now. Billy Does, you were pretty good at pronouncing, to be honest. It's weird Turkish sound is similar to Swedish because I know that Turkish is in the same language family with Finnish, actually. Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know what it is, but we have a thing here in Sweden, or we've had a thing, I guess. I don't know if it's that popular anymore, but it was really popular when I was like 15. And that was to take Turkish songs and put Swedish lyrics to it. Because it sounded, especially when they sang, it sounded exactly like Swedish, and you could make hilarious songs out of that, and people made flash animations out of that. It was so great. I did that as well. Didn't find any great songs to subtitle, but it was great fun. It was great fun. I guess those type of videos aren't fun for anyone who doesn't speak Swedish, because they would just say, it doesn't sound like that. Susanna, weirdos for the win! Yes. A simple yes. Valtteri, you say that you speak Finnish, and I have a question. If you go back in time and kill yourself, is it suicide or murder? Are you gonna give me those type of questions? Like, it's a really difficult question. Because if I go back in time, I'm murdering. I guess I'm murdering myself. I guess because it's a different person, but it's a clone of myself. So I guess it's murder. Suicide for me is when you kill like the person within you. I don't know. Like if you're ending yourself, even if it's me over there, it's still murder because I'm killing another person. But yeah. Moninluola. Can't pronounce your name, sorry. If you could live in Sweden. Oh, if you couldn't live in Sweden. I was like, what? I'm living in Sweden. If you couldn't live in Sweden, where would you like to live? Good question, actually. I discovered pretty quickly when I go abroad that I like it here in Sweden. But I guess it would be really fun to live in an English-speaking country, like either England or the US. I don't know why, but that would be my answer. Mostly because, as I've stated in a video, we Swedes, we really likes to practice our English. And I guess if I were to live in an English-speaking country for a while, I wouldn't be doing all these errors that I'm doing right now. I would improve my English, hopefully. Yeah. So Rajiv, but then if you go back in time to kill yourself and you succeed, then who went back in time to kill yourself? Well, it's one of those paradoxes, aren't there? It's like saying, it's one of those, I love the one that goes, if Pinocchio says he's going to lie, that's a paradox. Because no, sorry, if Pinocchio says that his nose is going to grow, if it doesn't grow, then he lied, and then it grows. But then it means that he was correct, and it shrinks. But then that's like a, those are pretty fun to think about, but it crashes your brain. Billy does. One more question. I want to know if moving together is something very serious in relationships for Swedes. Here in Sweden, I wouldn't. Well, I guess it depends on where you are, but especially here in Stockholm, it's not very serious thing to move to. I know it's a big thing in countries like the US, where if you're asking somebody to move in with you, then it's like, ooh, we're getting serious right now. But here in Sweden, I know people who've moved together after 2 weeks of being together, and it's like, I need somewhere to live. Can I crash at your place? So it's not as serious, and I don't know if that's one of the reasons why we have so many divorces as well. But I'm not high with statistics. Evelina, why did you decide to make videos in English instead of Swedish? Good question, actually. But it's the same thing when I write music. I like doing things in Swedish, but Swedes are a really tough crowd. I'm not gonna kid you. It's a really tough crowd to appeal to Swedish people. And if I were to do my videos only in Swedish, then I would try to appeal to the Swedish audience, and to become something in Sweden, like artistically. I'm not saying I'm not saying that I'm doing something artistically right now, but it goes for anything. If you want to become a YouTuber or artist or anything like that in Sweden, it's pretty hard because everyone here thinks more about themselves, and they're more interested in promoting themselves rather than other people. And so I thought it would be also fun to I like experience other cultures as well. So doing my videos in English allows me to meet people from the rest of the world, which is pretty cool. I've met Swedish people. I don't need them. No, I need the Swedish people. Sorry. Förlåt alla svenskar. Ni är fina. Jag älskar er. Ni älskar mig en dialekt också, eller hur? Den är helt fantastisk. Sorry, I had to say that. Emmy, do you like video games? If so, what's your opinion on Sonic? I guess you're talking about the remake that they're doing on Sonic the Hedgehog. Is that the one? I really like... one of my top favorite games when I was a kid was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I didn't own a console when I was a kid, so one of the things that I did was that I went over to a friend's place and played for hours, and we played Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which was awesome. So Sonic has always been a great game. However, I know there's a lot of... I'm not digging the 3D versions of Sonic that they've done lately. And I know there's a couple of games that are really buggy as well. But if I were to play Sonic again, I would probably play the 2D versions of the game. Yep. Lite Lilja, ska vi se om jag får dig att säga grön? Well, apparently you had me say green in Swedish. Good, well done. Basic bitch, what's your favorite food? My favorite food is makarat och japeronat. Is it really? That would be really ironic. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat sausages. But lately I said previously in the stream that I like pizza, but now when I get to think about it, I really like Lebanese food. Is it Lebanese? Yeah, Lebanese food is pretty darn awesome, because there you can get vegetarian, vegan, and you can also get meat if you want to, which is awesome. And they also have a lot of really good sauces, so that's good. Sara, you love paradoxes. You pronounce Pinocchio very well, and I'm Italian. Pinocchio. And that's probably not how you say it. You say Pinocchio, maybe. Elena, but Sweden is one of those countries where people learn much better English in their schools and high schools in comparison to other countries. Why the interest to practice it so much then? I don't know actually. I think it's really cool when you can speak a language really good, especially when it's not your own language. And I guess I speak okay English, and so it would be really cool to be able to speak it more fluently, because sometimes I struggle with vocabulary and grammar and stuff like that, especially when I'm speaking. It's so much easier to write or type English. So where do you find inspiration for your music? That's a good question. I remember when I did music back in the days, especially those days in high school when life was terrible. You know, the type of period that all people go through when you're between like 16 and 18. But that was a really good period for writing lyrics and songs. So my greatest inspiration when I write music is I'm not talking about the Sine Heise Pernali Amakarala song, but regular music. I guess I write the best music when I'm a bit down. It's a way for me to to, I don't know, go through the difficulties, I guess, instead of speaking to like a psychologist. That's the word. Sorry, didn't find that word in my head. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Sorry if I'm too slow with answering questions. You are Rashi. Pretty sure nobody likes the 3D Sonics, not even the hardcore fans. Well, I guess that's there's a reason to that. Sonic was made for 2D, I guess. Filipa Aires Pereira. Why do people think Portugal is in Spain? Actually, here in Sweden, I wouldn't say that people think that Portugal is in Spain. I can't speak for all the people in Sweden and the rest of the world, but the people I met here in Sweden and like the general, I don't know, opinion is that we know that Portugal is Portugal. I've been to Portugal a short bit. We went to Portugal to go to Spain, so it doesn't count. Wow, so many comments. I'm freaking out. I knew you were going to do the hand gesture when imitating Italian. I don't know, it just comes like, oh, Pinocchio, oh, mamma mia, Papa Pia. I can't speak Italian. Well, I remember we went down to Italy for 2 weeks and we drove around the country. And when you got to the countryside, you had to speak Italian because they didn't know a word of English. So I got to like... I was forced to speak Italian. So I was able to order one more night at a hostel that we lived at. I think it was un pio notte. Or notti. Un pio notte. And I did this. And then I threw pasta in his face. Oroa dig inte, you're perfect in English. Thank you. I don't think so, but it's good that you think that. Do you believe in any conspiracy theories? I did used to believe in conspiracy theories back in the days, but then I realized that I'm more interested in things that have a fact and that you can base out of. Or conspiracy theories are interesting, but I'm more interested when you can actually find, when you know things. It really bugs me when you read about like I don't know, a serial killer and you never find out who the killer was. It's like, damn it. Then I rather read about things that you can find facts about. What's the thing with Köping being the most boring city and Filip and Fredrik movie about it? Do you ever listen to their podcasts? I don't, but I've seen a lot of their shows. Filip and Fredrik are two hosts here in Sweden that does a lot of things. I didn't know Köping was the most boring city. I went to a city called Flen just recently, who was voted as the most boring city in Sweden a couple of years back. I guess it has to do with that there isn't that much to do in those cities. You have like a city center and a lot of old people because the younger people are moving out because they want to go to the bigger cities. I guess that's like, there's nothing to do. There's like one local pub. Some people might find that interesting or fun to do, but I guess that's one of the reasons. Like the younger people aren't there. Elena, the craziest thing that you've ever done, of course. Mention the one that you can say it here. What? I don't know what you meant by that, but yes. Yes! 100% yes to that. Jack Nilsson, vad gör du på dagarna? What I'm doing with my life in the life. Actually, up until today, I worked at I have my own company, so I'm a consultant web developer. So I write code, sit before of a computer all day and writing code. But as of today, I'm free for a period of time, and hopefully I will be able to do YouTube on my days, and hopefully a bit more streams like this, because it's fun to speak with you guys. I love it. Love it. So many questions. I'm trying to get through it. What made you decide to become a vegetarian? And are there a lot of vegetarian options in Sweden? I can quickly mention that it's pretty easy to be a vegetarian in Sweden because there's a lot of options when you go out to eat. There's a lot of vegetarians here in Sweden. And my reason to become a vegetarian is because of the environment. That's the main issue for me. Mostly because the meat for me, it's not, you don't have to be a strict vegetarian. It's about cutting down the amount of meat that you eat. You could eat like meat once a week and that's fine, but eating, I know that it's very popular to eat, especially here in Sweden, to eat meat every single meal that you have, and the amount of effect that has on the environment is horrible. And if I'm able to eat something else, then I'm good, because there's a lot of really good vegetarian options here. I guess it could be difficult if you're in a country where that isn't an option. Gotta go. Clock is like 1. Bye. Clock is like 12 here. How do you say Filippa in Swedish? I guess I just said that. Filippa. That's a name. Filippa. Filippa. That's a female version of Philip or Philip. Jackalope, jag tycker också din engelska är väldigt bra. Thank you for that. I hope it's good. I hope it's enough for you to understand what I'm saying. Jag äter barn. I love your username. That means I'm eating children in Swedish. Have you heard about that goat in Gävle? I've heard about the goat in Gävle. There's a goat in I suppose you're talking about the goat that they're burning each year at Christmas time. Is that so? But there's a Christmas goat that they burn every year. It's not supposed to be burnt, but they build up a giant goat of what is hay, I guess, and then each year there's always somebody lighting it on fire, and they keep doing it. It's like it's a never-ending story. Sara G, the average Italian guy sucks at English. Which cities did you visit? It's una notte in più. Would you sound like a goodly night? Okay, sorry. Well, we stayed in Rome, obviously. Roma. For a while, and then we took the car and drove up to Firenze, and we visited I can't remember the names. Pistoia. Also we went to what? I can't really I can't remember the city names. But we went to Firenze, and yeah. Cool place. Can you make a video about most weird Swedish names? I will note that. There's a lot of really weird Swedish names. I'm not gonna go into those right now, but I will note that as a good suggestion. Thank you for that. Jackalope. Jag hade min 3:e dag sommarjobb idag. Jag är helt slut. Det finns en flicka som är så snygg. Wow. Okay. Hopefully you'll get to know each other better. Elena, how did you came up with your YouTube nickname? My YouTube nickname is Nackagubben, and it means the old guy or old man from Nacka. So it came to be when we decided to move to Nacka. It's a place in Stockholm. And I think it was my dad who said, "Oh, you're gonna become Nackagubben," and I'm like, "Oh, that's a good name." Yorashi, when you read the Swedish comments out loud, I'm picking on tiny differences in your pronunciations between proper Swedish and Finnish Swedish. Find a kind of fascinating. Ha! I can't pronounce that one. Yeah, that's interesting. I tend to like, I don't know, when I read Swedish comments, I tend to do like a dialect as well, which isn't that good. Terhi Kesti. Godnatt och trevlig veckoslut. Tusen tack. Tusen tack. Was fun having you here, Mr. Terhi. I don't know how you say you kiitos. Kiitos. That's how you say thank you in Finnish. Kiitos. Can't remember how you say good night, but it's like hyvä something. I don't know. Yeah, it could be the dialect, but yeah, I'm reading like some of the Swedish comments that I read here. I don't want to bash on anyone, but some are not the 100% correct grammar, but I understand them. Bilidos, do you have any Finnish relatives or Norwegian? No, I don't. I only have Swedish relatives, actually. So I think if we go back in our family history tree, we're pretty Swedish. I think both my mom and dad comes from it wasn't supposed to be like that, but their ancestors came from the same village, and then they moved that to separate places, and then they met. But it was in the middle of Sweden, and they were farmers, and yeah, as Swedish as could get. Soraji, fun fact about Italian language is if you say yeah, I know that word. Fika is a Swedish word that means something bad in Italian. I've heard about that. But fika in Swedish is a very good word. It's a very good word. A lot of Swedes do fika. I guess that sounds weird in Italian. What other countries have you visited? I've been to, let's do this list. Norway. Wow. Denmark. I can't even pronounce it. Denmark. Finland. I've been to Poland. Been to Germany. Holland. France. I've been to Czech Republic. Sorry, that's how you say it. I've been to Italy. I've been to Egypt. I've been to Morocco. I've been to Gambia. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Laos. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to China. I've been to the US. I've been to in the US. I've been to Oregon, Florida, New York. Yeah, I probably missed some countries there, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Glitchkid, jag är den artigaste dissaren på YouTube. You're the most polite disser on YouTube. Nice to hear. Diss me. Come on, diss me. Oh yeah, you dissed me. Sorry. I remember you now. Sorry. That was really rude of me not to remember you. Have you been to Gdansk in Poland? No, actually no. We took the ferry from Sweden to what's the name in Poland? What? I can't remember the name. Yeah, I will see if I can find out. Basically we drove through whole Poland. It was from the north, and then we went to Krakow. Valtteri, do you know what USSR stands for? I know it's the Soviet Union, but I don't know what the letter stands for. Could it be the United Social something Republic? Glitchkid, hej då, jag drar nu. Hej. Quick meeting. Valtteri, I have to go. A lot of people have to go now. Makes me sad. Well, I can't blame you. It's pretty late. What's the time? It's It's 20 past 12 a.m. here in Sweden. Jack Nilsson, nästa fredag ska jag åka till Italien, till Toscana och Pisa. Toscana. Yes, Toscana, I think that's the region, right? That's the region in where Firenze is in. Cool. Hopefully you will have a nice trip there. Philip Aires Pereira, cats or dogs? I've had a cat, but I think I love dogs more. Yes. Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. That makes sense, I guess. I don't know why you brought that up, but it's a good thing to know what USSR is. There's a really good song by the Beatles, if you haven't heard it, called "Back in the USSR." Back in the USSR. Don't know how lucky you are, boy. All right, guys. I've been streaming for about 2 hours now. I should be tired. I'm not tired because you guys keep my energy up with your great questions, your great sense of humor, and your loving comments. Gonna answer a couple of more questions. If you have any last questions for me, please ask them if you want to. I'm not gonna be like, please ask them now, or otherwise you will never have an answer to them. No, but it's really fun to speak with you guys, and it's so fun to see that there are so many people out there that are willing to watch this mumbo jumbo, because I'm not saying this is quality streaming, but at least we're having fun, right? Yorashi, who are some of your favorite YouTubers or YouTube channels? For a long time, I must admit I watched PewDiePie, because the early PewDiePie, it was really funny. For me, he's gone over. He's done his thing now, but the early PewDiePie was really funny. There's a video, one of the montages, I can't stop laughing at it. So, and he's a good role model, I would say, in one way, but then again not, because he's done a lot of things that are questionable. But I think it's a cool, in the way that he's done everything himself is pretty cool. But I guess it gets hard when you get that many subscribers and so many people that are just want to meet you and stuff like that. I guess it becomes difficult to keep your sanity in one way. So in that sense, I'm pretty happy to be in this position right now. Q, har du stream? Is that a question? What? Jackalope. Jack Nilsson, do you like animals? I love them. I love animals too. I really do. I haven't had that many animals in my life though, because my mom was allergic when I was a kid. We have had a bunch of cats. We acted as a foster home for homeless kittens for a while, and then people came to our house to buy them, which was a really cool thing to do, because there's a lot of cats that needs home. But we quickly realized that it's really difficult as well, because you get attached to the cats as well. So that's the that's the story how we got our cat. Jag heter barn, you say, what if somebody died in the living room? What? What type of question is that? I don't know. What if they died in the living room? Yeah, then they're dead, I guess. Billy Does says you should make a video about weird high school graduation tradition in Sweden. Yeah, there's a lot of really weird things that we do here in Sweden. That's a good idea, actually. I kind of missed that period. I should have gone out, because you could see that in the city. I think it's in the beginning of June. You can see a lot of graduation things going on in the city. So maybe next year, or maybe I could just talk about it and then show pictures, I guess. But it would be fun to like film it as well. Marcelo, what do you know about Quebec, Canada? Greetings from there. I guess you speak French as well there. Quebec. The first things that pop up in my head when you say Quebec is Quebec Nordics, the old NHL team, which was then later converted into Colorado Avalanche. But yeah, that's the first thing that pops in my head. And also because Peter Forsberg, Mats Sundin, a lot of Swedish ice hockey players played in that team, which was pretty cool. But also, I would say Quebec, for me, it's a French-speaking city. That's what I think it is. Felipe Aires Pereira. Is it true that Swedes were Vikings? It's partially true, but we tend to be more proud of that than we should be, because the Vikings that you read about is more the people that today they came from the region that today is Denmark and Norway, but back then there were no countries as of such. So sure, there were Vikings here in Sweden as well. There was a big Viking, not a big Viking, but there was a Viking city, not a city, but a big place here north of Stockholm called Uppsala. You can find a lot of rune stones here in Sweden as well. So sure, but the Vikings that invaded like the British Isles and stuff like that, they were from the parts that today is Norway and Denmark. Sandra, what is your favorite city? My favorite city, I must say, New York. I remember coming to New York the first time. It was breathtaking. Like here in Sweden, you don't have that many tall buildings at all, but to walk in a jungle like that was awesome. And yeah, that's my favorite city. I want to go back to New York someday. Saraji, could you suggest some must-read Swedish authors? Yes, actually, yes. That's a good question or statement. One, I guess you've read it in English, because this is one of the books that has been popular abroad as well. And I'm gonna post the name in the chat actually. But this is the guy who wrote the Let the Right One In. Is that the name in English? It's in Swedish, Låt den rätte komma in. And that book in Swedish is so much better than the English version, because it's so dark, and it's about vampires in Stockholm. I'm typing the name of his name. His name is John Ajvide Lindqvist, and he's a really good author. So I would just suggest reading him. But then also, of course, Astrid Lindgren. I guess you all know who she was. But she wrote Pippi Långstrump, Madicken, Ronja Rövardotter, all the kids' stories that we love today. Or we did love them back then as well. Sandra Lindblom, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. What is your hardest word in Swedish? My hardest word? Yes, I have a hardest. The most difficult word to say in Swedish. I can't pronounce it. That's how hard it is. And that's to say a West Coastern branch-free broomstick in Swedish. And that is Västkuskt kvistfritt kvastskaft. I can't. The first word I can't even say if I try my best. But Västkuskt. Västkust kvistfritt kvastskaft. No, I can't do it. But it's difficult. Filippa Aires Pereira, have you ever thought about moving to a different country? I have, actually. One of the reasons would be to learn a different language. I've had ideas to move to Germany, actually, because I'm so interested in learning German. But that would mean or require to find a job there. And if I was able to do YouTube full time, then I would have a job, and then I could move anywhere in the world, I guess. But until that day, I need to rely on doing what I do in order to get money, I guess. Sara G, yes. Astrid Lindgren, yes, must improve my Swedish and read the author you just suggested. You should. I don't know if the language in that book is difficult, because it's not that, like, I guess you have to know a bit of Swedish to get into the book, but once you know it, it has a lot of good flavors of language. I'm not a big book reader in general, so maybe I'm not the best person to ask that type of question, but hopefully you got, like, an answer of that, you know. Sorry. Wow. What do you think about this? Milk, but I'm drinking water. Huh. That's what I'm fake news. Huh. Donald Trump. Billy does. What is one advice you would give to a Mediterranean moving to Sweden? That you should get used to the cold weather. And in the wintertime, get prepared to never see the sun. That's actually one of my advices, is that you have to really be prepared of in the wintertime to have like 3-4 hours of sun. But then also, I guess, like, learning Swedish is difficult in Sweden. But I guess one of the best things to get around in Sweden is to know Swedish, because otherwise you will always feel left out when people around you speak Swedish and you don't understand them. Even though they can speak English, if you're the only one who don't speak Swedish, that tends to be groups of people speaking Swedish, and it's always fun to be able to speak the language of the country that you're in. So learning the language and be prepared for snow and no sun. That's Sweden. Yes, Yorashi says invest in warm winter shoes. Yes, do that, because and be prepared to have like a lot of different types of clothes. I have so many different types of clothes just to walk outside. Like in the summertime, it's so hot that I have to have a t-shirt and shorts. But in the wintertime, I have to have 3 sweaters and a big jacket and really big winter shoes. So, Elena, what did you study? Good question. I didn't study. Well, I did go to high school, or it's in Sweden it's called gymnasium, which is what you go after between the ages of 16 to 18 or 19, whatever it is. There I studied piano. So we don't have majors here, but my subject was piano. But then after school, I did try to go to university for 1 year. And I studied game development, but I got a job while doing that, and I also thought that the program was really boring. I'm not the person. I don't like to sit in the school bench. Skolbänk is the Swedish word for school bench. So I'm more of the person who likes to do stuff rather than be taught the theory behind it. So that's the best thing best way for me to learn stuff is by doing stuff. So that's like I learned how to program by myself, just because I found it interesting, and I don't think I would have been able to learn as much as if I went to school doing that, I guess. But that's just me. I know people are different, but that's just me. Sandra Lindblom. Har du varit i Göteborg? Såklart att jag har varit i Göteborg. Alla dagar i veckan. Göteborg är la fin stad. Det är en riktigt fin stad. Där pratar man fint och goa gubbarna. Det är helt fantastiskt. Of course, I've been to Gothenburg. Yes. I love that city. I love Liseberg. Hela skiten. Have I been to Iceland? No, I haven't. I really want to go to Iceland. My girlfriend has been to Iceland, and she said that it was amazing. I've seen the pictures that she took. I'm gonna go to Iceland one day. Do you like classical music? And if so, what's your favorite composer? I'm not really a fan of the really classical music. However, I'm a fan of modern composers that do ish classical music, like for movies and games. So that would say like Hans Zimmer and Matt Duellman, who did the soundtrack for the Diablo series and also the Torchlight series. And I also like Glenn Stafford and those guys who worked on the Warcraft series as well. But it's not classical music in the Mozart type of way, but that's the type of music I like. Yes. Describe Sweden using 5 words. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Let's choose the best words for it. Sweden is cold, quiet, humble, I want to say depressing, but great and Swedish. Perfect. Yorashi, I also want to learn by doing instead of rote memorizing. I have found that university sadly favors the latter. Yeah, it does. And that's also one of the reasons why I didn't learn that much. But I don't know. It depends on what you're doing. Like if you're going to become like a doctor or a teacher or something like that, then it makes a lot more sense to know the theories and really memorize things, because you have to know that in order to do your job. But there's a lot of other occupations that doesn't require that, and yeah. Sweden is Swedish. That's like I would rate that 100% of 2. We are Swedes. Ooh! That was my war cry, by the way. Smoky Sly. Greets from the eastern neighbor. Moi mukolat. What has been the most popular topics in Sweden news and society in general recently? I try to follow the Swedish news time to time, but I only speak a little bit of Swedish. Well, I guess the most things right now is that the elections are coming up. shortly. I don't know if it's this year or not, but when I read the news, it's all about the all the different parties trying to fight against each other, and we have a party called Sverigedemokraterna, or Sweden Democrats, which is not a very good party, if you ask me, in the sense that they want to preserve Swedish, and they have gained a lot of percentage in the voting system right now. I think they're up on. I think they are the second largest party right now, and a lot of debate is going on around that. And one of the top people in that party just recently got was in a court about beating up a guy in Stockholm, and he was sentenced for that. And it's yeah, there's a lot of news around now. It's really interesting how one of the top people can do that. It kind of makes the party speak for itself. I'm not gonna go into politics too much, but I'm just gonna say that I'm not a big fan of them. What do Swedes think of the EU and Brexit? I guess there's a lot of people who are pretty concerned about Brexit, because a lot of people here in Sweden are pretty positive to the EU and the Union and being able to freely work in countries and stuff like that. And I know there's a lot of people who work in England or Britain and are pretty scared of what was going to happen now. But I think things will sort out. Will be sorted out somehow, I guess. Victor Morrison, hej! Och är du bra eller? Är det bra? Anton Persson, gillar du de nya kronorna? He asks if I like the new currency that we have. They just recently changed those. I don't know, because I've never seen one. Sweden, or at least Stockholm, is a very currency or cash-free city. I rarely see cash at all. It's only credit card and Swish here. Swish is an app for paying people. Elena, you just confirmed the most famous myths of Sweden, saying those 5 words. Thank you. Yes. Your opinion, world, you ask. Are there any good Swedish TV shows or series? Although I don't speak Swedish, I don't mind watching shows with English subtitles. Good question, actually. I'm not a big. I don't watch series that much. Although for the, except for the big international ones like Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad and stuff like that. But I guess there are a lot of really good Swedish series. I know one series that comes in top of my head. Shouldn't say that. But was a series that wasn't very. It didn't get that good reviews in Sweden, but I really liked it. It was called. What was it called? Damn it! Something about forest. Something. Can anybody remember? If any Swedes are here, it was about trolls in the forest, and it was a bit of fantasy mixed with reality. Skogs. What was it? Something about forest. Damn it! I need to find that one. What was it? Sorry if I'm. I really had to find. Oh, jordskott. It was called jordskott. So I'm gonna type it in the chat for you if you want to search and find it. There you have it. Do you like the royal family? Personally, I don't have anything against them. But they represent Sweden in a way. I guess they're like our mascots. But we love making fun of the royal family. That's the best part. Especially since the king is dyslexic and can't... There's one joke going around that he couldn't write kungen, which means the king. He misspelled it and they wrote knugen. So that's a fun, great stuff from a king. Yorashi, you say that Äkta människor, that was a Swedish series, was pretty good. Although I admit I prefer the British remake. I haven't seen that one, but I've heard good things about it. Victor, jag firar midsommaren i London. Londons svenskar organiserat. So there's a bunch of Swedes in London that arrange Swedish gatherings. And you were at the Midsummer in London. That's cool. It's cool. I antar att du drack nubbe, kanske. En liten nubbe. Åt lite sill. I don't know why I go Gothenburgian when I speak Swedish. Elena, what do you think about the royalty as in general, not just the Swedish? Well, I don't like it at all. If I want to be prompt, or is that the way to say it? If I want to be honest, the royalties should only be for display and nothing else. If you want to have a monarchy, then it's fine as long as they don't get too much money and they shouldn't have any influence over how the country is ruled or governed. It's the same thing with the religion. They should be treated the same. Yeah, the Wallander movies, as Smokey says. There's a lot of people who like those, but the Swedish versions of those. Yeah. All right, people. I think I said like half an hour ago. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wrap things up. Ask your last questions. But we've been here for another half an hour. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I'm proud of myself. I'm feeling that my voice is beginning to slowly disappear. But I've had a fun time. So I'll give it, let's say, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. And then I should be like resting my voice, getting prepared for tomorrow, maybe record a video tomorrow, who knows these days. I've got a lot of really good ideas from you guys. I have a lot of ideas myself that I want to do. But for you who hasn't been here the whole time, I've quit my work and I will try to do more YouTube stuff, YouTube related stuff, because it's so darn fun. And yeah, so you should be expecting more content, or at least better content. I don't know, but yeah. Victor Morrison, kan du förklara för mig hur jag uttalar ljudet? Okay, so how to pronounce the sound that we have, like in the the number 7. It's really difficult to explain, but you have the tongue back in the mouth. I'm trying to think about English words that have resemblance. It's almost like an angry cat, like that, and then you I guess That's the, I guess, the best way of explaining it, but it's difficult. I guess you have to practice it a lot, like. Yurashi, you have to go to bed. Thank you for the interesting stream and discussion. Love to have you here, and have a good night's sleep. Alexandra, what type of music do you listen to? Any favorite artists? One of my favorite artists of all time is a Swedish band called Kent. If you haven't heard them, you should check those out because they sing in Swedish. Really cool band. It's a bit pop-ish, I guess, but not that happy pop. More depressing pop. Melanchola. I don't know. Saraji, you have an interview tomorrow, but at 8. Good luck at that. I'm sure you're gonna nail that interview, and I'm holding my. This is how you. No, this means good luck in Swedish. You hold your thumbs, and if you hold both, some people claim that holding both is bad luck, but for me it's double luck. So I'm holding my thumb to you. Well, you can have a job interview on a Saturday. But yeah. Guys, it's been a really fun time. And I see a lot of you want to go to bed. And you should go to bed. I should go to bed. I should rest my voice. But it's been a really good time having you guys here for 2.5 hours and just talking to you. It's great, and it's so fun that I'm able to do this. And hopefully, with the few days coming up, and not few days, the upcoming period of time, I will be able to do more of both streaming and videos in general. And if you haven't checked it out, I'm also available over at Twitch, where I occasionally do gameplay streams as well, which is kind of fun. But I tend to separate the gameplay part from YouTube onto Twitch. But if you're interested in that, then go over to Twitch and put a follow there. But in general, it's been a fun time, and hopefully I'll see you and your pretty face more often now. But I guess that's the final words of today. Love you all, guys. You're the best. Seriously, you are the best. I wish I could do this all day, all night, and hopefully in the future I can. But I gotta say, as the final words, I gotta prepare the logo. Until the next time I see you and your pretty face, I hope you have a splendid day. Bye.